Hey guys, it's Kurt. It's December 20th, and I just want to give you an update on where I'm at with my stem cell transplant. Sorry about the poor lighting in here. Um, so today is day day 10 of the transplant. So from the day I started the transplant was day 0. So I've actually been in the hospital 12 days because the first 2 days is doing a high dose of chemo to kill all the other bad cells in my system, so they can put a new layer of my own clean stem cells into my system. So it's been a crazy journey up till now. For those people who have gone through this or want to know about this, who might go through this, it's I think the biggest challenge of it all is just the isolation from family members and people like that. Maybe it's all part of the whole COVID thing that we're going through right now, but I can only get to see one visitor a day. Has to be the same visitor. They can come and go a couple of times during that day, but it has to be the same person. So that's sort of it's good, but it's just the fact that it's just not the most private place. People keep coming in all the time, checking your blood pressure and asking how things are, and if you're having numbness and all these other symptoms that some people get. They can get anything from tingling in their fingers and their legs to problems with their GI system, nausea, diarrhea, fevers, sores in your mouth, things like that. Probably a plethora of other things. And then when you may have somebody, they go through this process of testing. I had challenges with diarrhea, so they were thinking, well, we have to do this C. diff test, make sure there's not any problems going on in there. That, but all negative with that. But other tests that they come up to, whether your oxygen is low, so they'll figure out what's going on. I've had challenges with I wouldn't say numbness in my legs, but I really couldn't have a good night's sleep because I had some pain in my legs. It was sort of hard to describe, but they just had a ultrasound done on my legs to make sure that I didn't have any kind of blood clot. All negative with that too, so that's good. But yeah, people keep coming in and going and checking you for different things. They do a blood pressure test and oxygen and things like that every few hours. I have a CNA that does that, and then I have the main nurse that will check out with all the other things, make sure I have the right meds and other things that's going on. Whether it's a housekeeper or we have a couple of different nurse practitioners doctors and practitioners come through, ask all the same questions. They'll check you for your heart rate and your lungs, make sure there's no problems with any of that. But yeah, it's just a lot of people coming and going, so you don't have a lot of privacy all the time. But the fact they are there, it's there's a sense of isolation, but because you can't really have the same people every day. They switch shifts every 12 hours, and you get something different. I think it would be great to have the same nurse or same CNA on a lot of the different days. That way you feel like you can bond with this person. They understand your situations and not looking at your medical records and ask you all the same questions that everybody does. I think and then you have this personal relationship with them to some level. So I think that's something I would like to see happen, but it's just how things are at this point. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling faithful, feeling strong. The things that I'm struggling with, like some of the things, like my legs, some of the GI things that I had. I think the other challenges I've had is not sleeping well. I get melatonin and things like that. I'm usually a belly sleeper, and I have to be forced to sleep on my side or my back. But I have this trifusion port put in my chest. It's a central line, so it goes down your jugular vein. So it's an important thing you don't want to mess up. So it's just hard to even sleep on something like that. So I don't sleep well. So the melatonin helps to some level, but then they come in a couple times during the night and wake you up and get blood pressure and ask you all these different questions and take a lot of blood samples from you. They take it several times throughout the day. Make sure your numbers are doing what they need to be doing. If your platelets are down, or whether it's your potassium or other things are low, they can check through your blood. So they've been good with that, but you don't get a good night's sleep. I come to the hospital to get well and not to get rested, I think is really what it comes down to. So that's sort of the things I've been challenged with. But I've got a lot of loving people out there. I got a lot of Christmas cards and get well cards, from my work, from church, from my neighbors, from a lot of people I don't even know because my network seems to be so out there sometimes. So I feel like I'm impacting people that I don't even know, which is it's good. It's a blessing, and hopefully anything that I'm sharing here and things throughout my faith and through what I'm telling you about the process is hopefully beneficial to somebody. So anyway, been I have a lot of time connecting with God, feeling faithful, really working on through some things in my relationship with God, just how I view Him and how He loves me. And so I feel like it's been a lot of growth in a lot of different ways for me. So again, we're at day 10. Their doctors are saying, I'm going through things really well compared to a lot of other patients. Don't have too many challenges in comparison. They're positive about me getting out here on time. My white blood cells have peaked just a little bit. That tells me that no longer my numbers are tanking, but they're starting to come back up. So it means my stem cells have started grafted to my bone marrow or whatever it is. So hopefully the next few days I will start being on the rise and should get out of here on time. I'm hoping by Tuesday, the 22nd, I will be able to leave. I certainly want to get home before Christmas. But things are going well. Dealing with a lot of fatigue. I take naps, or I want to take naps sometimes. I have to go on walks. Things are good, I guess, for the most part. But thank you so much for your prayers, people. Thank you so much for your texts and your cards, and thank you so much for just how you're just helping and serving even my family when I'm here. My family's dealing with a lot of other things. You guys are feeding them, bringing them food. People at Johnson Elementary, they've been really great in how they're following up and giving some money and and things like that. So anyway, I just love you guys. Thank you so much for loving me and praying for me. So that's all I got for today, and we will chat with you when we can. All right. Bye-bye.